much. So I knew in my head that it was over for me. The first round happened. He punched me. I couldn't throw back. My instincts weren't there. My fast twitch muscles weren't there. And every single round, I literally wanted to die in that ring. Because in my head, I was thinking, if he punches me, maybe I actually took a very tough beating to get me out of the sport.
By Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. I mean, he beat the hell out of me. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't. I've loved to fight Pacquiao again because he kicked my ass. Sorry. But yeah, there were many fighters out there who I would have loved to fight 2 or 3 times.
You know what? So you had enough of Pacquiao, is what you're saying.
Oh, trust me.
Oscar De La Hoya has shared the ring with some of the biggest names in boxing history, from Floyd Mayweather Jr. to Bernard Hopkins. But there's one fight that still lingers in his mind, a night that didn't just end in defeat but left a lasting mark on him. Years later, he opened up about what really happened during his bout with Manny Pacquiao. And the reality behind it was far more intense than people originally believed.
Remember to this day the conversation I had with Oscar when I first told him, hey, you should fight Pacquiao. Oscar laughed. He's too little. He's too little, that guy. There is a difference of almost 20 pounds. People want to see that fight. People are excited. He's the guy that's coming up. He's fast, Oscar, but eventually your size is going to break him down. Something was not right. I could see it in his eyes. He's not even throwing punches. What is he doing?
Pacquiao snakes his left hand through Dela Hoya's guard.
I was like, fuck. He had no legs, he had no pop, he had no punch.
Pacquiao is making Dela Hoya look old, slow, ineffectual. Dela Hoya has 0 answers.
I was scared. And I said, you know what? The spark's not there. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
Back in 2008, many fans saw the matchup as unusual. Pacquiao, who began his career at a much lighter weight, was stepping up to face a naturally bigger fighter in De La Hoya. On paper, everything seemed to favor Oscar, from size to reach to physical strength. But once the fight began, it quickly became clear that expectations didn't match reality. Instead of controlling the fight, Oscar found himself overwhelmed almost immediately.
Kind of like deflated the balloon. I felt like, wow, like here I am on top of the world, beating Pernell Whitaker, beating Julio Cesar Chavez, beating Hector Macho Camacho, beating Sugar Shane Mosley, beating all these fighters, okay? Having amazing fights in their prime and creating some amazing events. And then my last fight, I'm like a shell of myself. And Manny Pacquiao beats me, and he's the next champion. I felt humiliated.
Did you know what was slowing down? Joe Louis told me once that he saw the opening.
Oh, yes.
Just didn't get there.
Exactly. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I just couldn't pull the trigger.
The root of the problem started before the fight even began. De La Hoya made the decision to cut down in weight significantly, dropping from around 160 pounds to the 147-pound limit. However, the weight cut went too far. By the time he stepped on the scale, he wasn't just lean, he was completely drained. He actually came in lighter than Pacquiao, which showed how much the weight cut had taken out of him. Physically, he entered the fight already depleted, lacking the strength and energy that had defined his career.
What was going through your mind at that time, Oscar?
Well, what happened in that fight, I mean, I was a zombie. I was drained. I think I had fought Bernard Hopkins at 160. And then I said, let me dare to be great again and fight this young kid who they're talking about at 147. I literally weighed in 144 for that fight. And I was a skeleton. It was too much. So I knew in my head that it was over for me. The first round happened. He punched me. I couldn't throw back. My instincts weren't there. My fast twitch muscles weren't there. And every single round, if you watch my documentary that came out on HBO called The Golden Boy, it explains to you what I was thinking, what I was feeling. I literally wanted to die in that ring. In the 8th round, everybody was going to stop it, okay? Or the 7th round. one of those rounds, everybody wanted to stop it, including the referee, the trainer. And I said, no, I want one more. Because in my head, I was thinking, if he punches me, maybe I won't wake up, you know?
Were there some other things going on that you wanted to die in the ring?
Of course. I wanted my whole life to die. The whole life that I was living at the time, you know? Having to go through rehabs, having to go through, you know, all this fame and money and women and this and that. It was just overwhelming. And now I can't perform. Now I don't have the last thing that I love, that I worked so hard for. I don't have it anymore.
Right.
So just end it here in the middle of the ring. Just punch me so I can die.
Right. Wow. So did you underestimate Manny? Did you understand what he was? I think he moved up from what, 106 to 112 and had blown through everybody. Sure. 22, 20, 30, 35, 40, 47.
Yeah.
So you didn't underestimate him. You knew what he got Pac-Man that name for. He got that name for a reason.
Oh yeah. I underestimated him, but it didn't matter. Even if I was a dead man walking. I couldn't
Why not
perform.
take the fight at 54?
I don't think they would have done it. Because he was coming, like you said, he was coming up in weight. It was probably too much at the time. But even at 54, he probably still would have beat me. No shame in my game.
What's the biggest mistake, be it in the boxing ring or in business, that Oscar De La Hoya has made?
Probably inside the ring, I stood in.
As the rounds progressed, things only got worse. Pacquiao's speed and relentless pressure turned into a serious problem. His punches were coming from angles that were difficult to track, and his pace never slowed down. De La Hoya later described it as facing something that didn't stop, with constant movement and combinations that made it hard to respond. By the later rounds, the damage was visible, with swelling building up and his ability to defend himself fading.
Like, how are you dealing with being Manny Pacquiao? You're a global star. You are a national hero.
At the time that I became #1 pound per pound in the world. Yeah.
How are you dealing with it as a personally? Like being that big, how are you dealing with that at that time?
I never, like, the fans, the world, all commerce, like everything like that. I mean, recognition everywhere like that, even in the Philippines, because most of the people in the Philippines don't believe that I'm gonna win the fight, because even in our Congress, some congressman filed a resolution to stop the fight because it might get hurt me. Like
really?
Yeah.
They were afraid for you.
They said that they said that stop the fight because they might get hurt. Me.
They had no idea.
Yeah. It's just like that. It's like that. So after the fight, like the people, like boom, like that, and then that time, like, you know, oh, this is. But I still, you know, thinking to God for everything, like all that accomplishment is from God.
But man, your life wasn't the same, man. It wasn't the same. Like, you can't go anywhere, whether you're in the field.
At that point, it wasn't just about losing rounds. It became about surviving the situation. The intensity of Pacquiao's performance, combined with Oscar's already weakened condition, created a one-sided fight that few had predicted. The bout eventually ended with De La Hoya unable to continue, marking one of the most surprising outcomes in boxing at the time. What stands out today is how fighters from the current era still look back at that version of Pacquiao with respect. Champions like Terence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson have both spoken about how difficult it would have been to deal with Pacquiao at his peak. His unique rhythm, speed, and volume made him a challenging opponent for anyone, regardless of size or experience. That fight has since become a reminder of how preparation, weight management, and style matchups can completely change expectations in boxing. What looked like a mismatch on paper turned into a defining moment, not just for Pacquiao's rise, but also as a lesson in how